no. Got our earpiece. Alright, say hi to Wilhelmina. Big girl. Big girl. Alright, we lost our earpiece to go live with. Oh, whoops. We're not prepared for this live. Should I just stop it? Yeah, probably. Until I can find the earpiece. Alright. Wow. Or I can just keep the camera rolling. Rolling, rolling, rolling. Foot in. Alright. Okay. We'll be back. There. There's Willa. Alright, so I can't find my, hello, I can't find my earpiece to go live with, so we're probably gonna have to turn the comment section off because I'm not gonna be able to respond to any of it. So, sorry. Alright, no comments for today's live. Alright, so this is Wilhelmina, and the owner wants to do a teddy bear cut. She's a woolly mammoth. Let's get her back. Oh. She's like, I don't know what's happening, people. Alright. Let's see what we got going on. So she had to get a lot of pelting taken off. The owner wants to put her in a teddy bear cut. So she's, by choice, not asking me to do much what's already here to the rest of the cat's coat, right? She wants to do the opposite. She wants to shorten this part of the coat and allow this to catch up. You know, she's flipping it. Whereas normally an owner would ask that I match this to the rest of it. Or I think what I did was I put her in a lion wolf pattern to keep her in full coat. But the owner doesn't want to keep her cat in full coat. And she wants to incorporate a little bit of a mane. So, oh. Cute little thing. Cute little thing. Do the nails. Okay, now for a comb cut, it's called a comb cut because we're using these comb attachments that we put on the clipper. Usually for the initial cut down, I'm going in reverse. Okay, so here we go. Let's get this party started. Whoa. This is where a clipper vac would come in handy. That sucks up all of that fur, right? Or your next best option is just to get the wide blades. If you think that a cheap, over-the-counter, $20 clipper with their little plastic blades is going to do this, you're sadly mistaken. This is just not going to happen. You need power, you need torque, you need the right grooming tools. So I'm always pretty much going to be using corded clipper to do the initial cut down because of the power that it's going to require, right? Whoa. She's like, what are you doing? She's like, what are you doing to me? Nothing. Lord have mercy. Even that's a struggle, right? And that can be a struggle. So, once I get to the sides, I'm usually switching out to a smaller comb to get through it a little bit better. There. Can't find my earpiece to go live, so I had to turn the comment section off. Sorry about that. I don't know where it is. Now, I know Mommy is watching. I do have access to my regular phone line, so if you change your mind and you don't want this mane, and you want to just put her, because I'm confused at this point, if you don't want to do the full tiger cut with no mane, let me know now. Send me a text, right? Otherwise, we're going to keep the mane, right? Holy moly. Holy moly, 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 moly. She's like, what's happening? She's like, I have purple eyes. I have Elizabeth Taylor eyes. Yes, you do. Mm-hmm. You do. Oh, I think that's the owner. There it is. Alright, let's see. Alright. So when you say cut the mane, because I'm talking to the owner now, do you mean make it the same length as everything else so that she's a tiger and there's no mane? Or do you want the lion mane cut down a little bit? Do you still want the mane but shorter? Or do you want to just eliminate the mane altogether and turn her into a one big tiger cut? Is the question. So send me another text just to clarify. Okay, alright, so we just got confirmation from the owner to do one tiger cut all over, no mane. That looks super cute. She's gonna be super cute no matter what. She is kind of a patchwork quilt at the moment because we're not matching her length to what's already here. This would be the velvet. So she's already at the natural velvet length. The best bang for your buck is a velvet tiger cut, because then that extends out and grows out into that teddy bear cut. Gets through the coat really, really fast, and it's just a faster grooming time for the cat. But we're just going to make sure that we're staying within her natural temperament. And then we can do it this way instead as well. There. So all of the tiger cuts come with perfect paws, tiger paws. Okay. She's like, what's happening now, people? No. When you have the prettiest eyes. I think Elizabeth Taylor just wrote a song about your eyes. She did. She did. Alright, so all of your paws are done. Alright, so she is going to have her mane whittled down. Whittled down. Whittled. Hola, mola, mola. Alright, let's turn on her side. Wow. Okay. There. Alright, so we got the beginning. We've got the beginning of style. We're getting there. You gotta use your imagination for now. Use your imagination for now. Oh, we'll get her. We'll get her. Wow. You're a star, Rivelina. Yes, you are. She's like, I am. Me a bird. I call this whittling. whittling, just whittling away. Mm-hmm. Now in Malaysia, what I saw was a cat being put in a teddy bear cut without the use of a clipper, without the use of any kind of blades or comb attachments. All they used was the chunkers, right? And yet that cat was just sitting there nice and quiet. And I thought to myself, that looks like a technique. If you just use this, right, for some cats who may not handle. That was the original premise for me wanting to get hold of a pair of the forbidden cat grooming tool, a pair of chunkers, right? That was the original idea of why I wanted to try it. I was a groomer, never once used a pair of chunkers. Boy, did I miss out on that, right? When I was doing my dog grooming. But with this particular tool, you eliminate the sound of that. You know, for a lot of cats who are sensitive to that, right? Even if you put a happy hoodie on, they may not necessarily be objectionable to the sound and more of the feeling of it. You know, they don't like it. Anyway, let's put the happy hoodie on her head and get her paws taken care of. Meow, meow, meow. She's like, what's that? It'll make you happy. She's like, it will. I promise. She's like, somehow I just don't quite believe you, lady. Why don't you believe me? Isn't that happy? Alright, well, I'm not sure why they call it a happy hoodie then. I thought it was because it made you happy. Hairy beast. Hairy beast. Now I have her bed on standby in case we need to get her over onto a princess bed. I was going to tell the mommy that we're going to figure out whether she's a princess or a queen shortly into her grooming. And it looks like she's a princess, not queen, right? Alright. There. You want bed? You want a princess bed? She's like, yeah. Alright. There we go. Yeah, big lug. Yeah, big lug. She's like, did you just call me fat? No. You're just big boned. Y'all are just gonna have to use your imaginations for now, as far as how this style is gonna look. Because right now it's a little hack job-ish, right? Santa lady. Why you keep thinking you're going somewhere? Mm-hmm. All right. I think if mothers should be watching, I think a velvet tiger cut would be a really great option for you. And for your cat. Because it eliminates all of the hand sculpting that normally comes with the comb cut, right? Anyway, owner wants to whittle down the tail, do a tiger tail. So let's get that started. Tiger tail means it's the same length all over, like a long cigar. Let's see what comes off. Mm-mm-mm. Mm-hmm. Are you leaving? She's like, yeah. No more bed? Okay. There we go. So if we get her off her feet, she won't keep looking for a way to walk away, right? A little technique you can use with cat grooming. Dogs are always on their feet, but they're not trying to walk away. They're usually got a grooming harness on their neck, right? With cats, you don't use grooming harnesses. But what you can use is techniques to get the cat off their feet. And they're not going to be so inclined to just walk away. Alright, we'll just do it. We'll just do it. We'll just do it this way. A little tricky, people. a rough start. Alright, so that's the rough cut. I'll get her in the tub. Alright. We'll get her in the tub. Scrub-a-dub-dub. 2 kitties in the tub. Here we go. She's already looking super cute. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Alright. Now, I'm going to warn you, ragdoll cats usually have a very mournful, I'm wet meow. So, at one point I actually banned ragdoll cats from going live because everyone thought the cat's distressing meows meant the cat was in pain or hurting or, you know, all of the negatives, right? No, it's just cold. It's just the I'm wet meow. Yeah. No, not even a peep yet. Are you a phenomena? She's like, what's that mean? Are you a phenomena? A ragdoll that doesn't even talk? Mommy, how'd you manage that? You usually can't get them to shut up. Yeah. Ragdoll cats? No. They're like the Italians of the cat family. Right? Always got lots to say. I'll usually have to put my ear set on. My earmuffs. Because they can get pretty out of control. But not even a peep yet. Not even a peep. You're a phenomena. Can anyone guess what I'm using on this cat? Oh, that's right, the comments are off. Well, we can still play Q&A. Dee 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 dee. Alright, it's called Groomer's Goop, and it goes on nice and warm and heated. It's kind of disgusting. The cat's getting slimed. But it's going on nice and warm, so the cat doesn't mind, right? Does she mind anything? Do you mind anything? She's like, yeah, I do. Oh, spoke too soon. I think I spoke too soon. As soon as I said it, she's like, what, am I supposed to act like I'm not liking it and try to leave? Are you really just that smart? She's like, maybe. But you'll never tell, right? Nope. Nope, nope, nope. Alright. That's usually a 7-minute process. So, while the head is marinating, I'm going to put that on before I turn the sprayer on. Boop. Not a peep. You're a phenomenon. She's like, is this where I pretend that I'm not happy and I'm leaving? Yeah. You gotta put up a little bit of a show, right? Otherwise, people are gonna think you're drugged. I ain't no drug addict. What? I didn't mean that. There. She's like, I ain't on any stinking drugs. Alright, well. You're a ragdoll, and you're not saying a word. It's very, very strange. She's like, I'm just a really quiet princess. Yes, you are. You are. Alright. Alright, all that's marinating. Well, might as well get started on something. Start on her head and me. Alright. the bubbles. Get the bubbles started. Put on a little glove. Well, we'll do that for the body. There. Alright, let's rinse out the groomers, or the pink pow pow from the head and mane. Or no mane, just the head and neck area. No. Is that too much? I'm taking this one step too far. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Now we're getting the meat. Now we're getting the meat. Okay. There. Wee. Good girl. She's like, that feels good. Mm-hmm. Waka waka. Waka waka. Mm-hmm. I don't think she likes Daryl. Daryl's a duck, making the bubbles right now. She's like, he don't matter. He's alright. Are you sure? You seem awfully nervous. You seem awfully concerned. I just never seen a duck making bubbles before. So he's not scary anymore? No. Alright. Waka waka. Wee-hee. Alright, here we go. Don't bite. She's like, I can't help it. She's like, I got that trigger thing. She got that trigger thing where if you get too close, she'll snap down with her teeth. She doesn't do it on purpose. But you just want to be careful or mindful when a cat has that trigger. If you put anything too close to their mouth that they can snap down on, they can snap their canines like glass people. So just be very mindful of that. Waka waka. Yeah. No, now you sound more like a ragdoll cat. Yeah. Waka. One. There. Alright. Hello? She just shut down. She just went, Happy hoodies are very effective for most ragdoll cats. Alright, let's rinse out all of that groomer's food. Are you leaving? She's like, yeah. Can you breathe? Did you forget to breathe? Some cats forget to breathe. Alrighty then. Here we go. Hi. spiraling. She's spiraling. There we go. There. That's not helping. Not sure what's going to help and what's not. We'll change the technique maybe. Here we go. How about a wet towel technique? There. I'm gonna get this weighted towel on her. For now. Okay. As sweet as she is, she started spiraling. And with that came some subconscious biting. She didn't mean to do it on purpose. Right? She didn't mean it. Alright, we're going to change up her bathing technique, get her in a submerged bath with a weighted towel. Try and wash her that way. Okay. There. There. I told the owner to not panic and abort the grooming and to just wait, sit back, wait, because we'll be quickly redirecting and finding a different technique. So you want to just give it time and not like jump the gun so quick, right? To abort the mission. So there's bubble bath princesses and then there's shower princesses. So I take it she's the bubble bath princess. And tail. And tail. Here somewhere. Got goodies? Thank you, Daryl. Well, you can pop that plug out, start rinsing. Wash, rinse, repeat, right? With every cut, especially when you're doing a comb cut. Good girl. Good girl. You're doing it. Much better. Alright, we're there. Now we just need to rinse her off. Might be a little tricky. We'll figure it out. Alrighty done. How are we going to do this? Yeah. Took away the weighted blanket. She didn't react. Okay. Taking it away. That helped. That helped calm her from her spiraling. There we go. Good girl. Here we go again. Let's not spiral. Let's not spiral. There we go. Good girl. Good girl. And rinse. You did it. Alright, take that off. Make sure there's no soap ring. Turn around, get her the bottom. There. Alright, so she got through it. She did. You got through it, little one. And you figured it out. You figured out that you weren't drowning. She had a moment. Alright, up we go. Everything that they're in the back of their head, they're thinking you're trying to drown them. I don't know what some of these cats are thinking, probably. Alright, here we go. Here we go. Alrighty then. Waka waka. Pick this up. Just gonna spend a little bit of time in there. Wee. Waka waka. Doing it. Good girl. Be right back. Right back. Good girl. Wah. All right, let's get you out of this wet towel. Put on a new one. A new fresh one. Oh, ew. Get that. Get her off her feet. And then we'll start drying her face. There we go. think that's enough happy hoodies? If that's not enough, yeah, something else. We need to try a different drying technique. Got this. Got this. Got this. Alright. Try the back. Try the back. You don't want the bed. She's clearly saying no, so we'll redirect. Hi. She's like much better. All tingly all over. You do. Let's try this up. This is all we got. see if we can use this one. Alright, so that dryer will fluff her out. That dryer does not do any kind of fluffing. Right? No, 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 no. But it will help for an overall day of drying. A little bit of downtime for the cat. So let's just get her in here for a few minutes. Alright, so with comb cuts, it's kind of like going uphill when you're hiking and then you reach a plateau. The plateau is when the cat is finally fully washed and dried and pre-cut. And then at this step, it's all really fast and easy. One, the coat is clean, so all of the grooming tools just slide right through the coat like butter. There's no resistance, right? Everything is quick, fast, and easy for the sculpting. You're usually using a corded clipper with the comb attachments, a quality comb attachment, right? This offers more power and more torque to get through the initial cut down of your cat. I'll usually go in reverse with the comb for the initial cut, and I'll usually go one or two steps higher than the length that I want. So we went with this for the reverse. We're going to use this chunkers for any kind of polish finish, right? That's the quickest and fastest way. This chunkers was recommended to me by a dog groomer. I was not familiar with chunkers, and she told me to get the one from Groomer's Mall, their own house brand that they make, Groomer's Mall chunkers. And this has been one of the best. I have bought other ones, expensive ones like the Kenshi and maybe two more, but she wasn't kidding. This one is really phenomenal. So that's like Groomer's Mart. Groomer's Mall and Groomer's Mart, same exact thing, right? The link is in the profile, themeinlion.live, for the Groomer's Mart to get straight to there. to go shopping. And yes, you too, as a pet owner, can go shopping and order anything you want. You don't need to be a groomer in order to. Am I advocating that you get a pair of chunkers? No, these are the forbidden tool. There is no one who's allowed to use these apparently in this country, according to the certain national cat grooming organizations. You're not allowed to use this, right? But I am beholden to nobody. I have my own free will. I also have the highest safety record I can think of, probably with most cat groomers. And apparently this is what's used all around the world, just not in this country, right? So the original premise of getting a pair of chunkers as a cat groomer was when I witnessed a cat getting a comb cut. They were bypassing the clipper, they were bypassing all the grooming tools. All they used was this to get that beautiful teddy bear cut. The cat was just sitting there, and I thought to myself, that could be a technique for the cats who get triggered by sound and touching and all of this stuff, right? So that was the original idea of getting a hold of those chunkers. So, anywho, always looking for a technique that's going to help. I collect techniques, put them in a bag, grooming techniques, right? The more you know, the more you can accommodate each and every temperament cat, right? If I didn't know the wet towel technique, that bath would have, when she had her spiral moment, that bath could have been over, right? Because I didn't know what else to do, right? But the more techniques you know, the more you can redirect and go into something else to then help calm the cat, right? That is why it's so important to know techniques, people, right? And we actually capture that live in today's video. So, anywho, when the cat is in the dryer box, that is usually when I'm doing Q&A. So I'm going to turn the community moderation on. So the chat is on. I just don't have my earpiece. I should be able to keep up with, all of your wonderful things that you have to say. Oh, thank you. Hi, Kimberly. This is where I usually get the cat carrier ready and do the vacuuming. Oh, I made a point never to hold up the cat carrier in front of the cat. Oh, because some of them instantly recognize it and then they're like, okay, I'm leaving. Oh, shoot. Which just happened. I do the cat carrier over here now. Right? Oh, shit. Shit. You can't take that back. Hello. Why are you a 12-year-old on my channel commenting about cat grooming? That's my question. Because I'm assuming, just based on your question, I'm assuming what your age is, but it might be wrong. It's Two Skulls. How are you? I lost my headpiece. I can't hear what anyone is saying anymore, so I had to turn the comment section on for the live. You think I'll find it? I don't know if I'll find it. Alright, so with the liner, we're going to do fell away. So we have Fallaway as the cat's coming. We sit over there and get Fallaway for about 15 minutes. A little cat corner right over there. 15 minutes with a Fallaway sprayed on a blanket, put over the cat carrier, and then as they're leaving, they get Fallaway, right? There we go. All right. She's the purple-eyed princess. Elizabeth Taylor eyes, that one. I don't know if you can appreciate the color of her eyes. But at any rate, we're going to get started. I'm just going to vacuum. Alright, little one. There. Okay, here we go. Out you go. Yeah. Mother. 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 Hi. There. When you're using a bed, you can use Fallaway on the bed. That helps as well. Hello. Come on out. She's like, I'm not leaving. I know what you're gonna do. You're gonna touch me and groom me. Yeah, well, duh. What do you think was gonna happen? I don't know. Nobody told me. I don't know what's going on. You didn't tell your princess she was getting her hair done today, Mommy? Whoopsies. You didn't have a talk with her? Alright. You're just so cool. You like this part? Yeah. Two. When you introduce heat and drying the right way, they're not scared. Obviously, you saw what happens when you use the wrong drying technique, right? So we have 13 different drying options. The more options, the more you're going to accommodate each and every temperament, right? Yeah. Waka, 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 waka. Waka. She's like including the purple-eyed princess temperament. Yeah. The Elizabeth Taylor-eyed princess temperament. So this is a thinning shears. It offers a finer finish than the chunkers, right? Again, if you don't have any hand scissoring techniques, then you have no business getting a hold of a pair of chunkers. Just don't do it. Unless you don't mind paying hundreds of dollars to bring your cat to the ER, because that's inevitably what is probably going to happen. Yeah, probably with the ear or something else, right? There. Okay. Should we put a cone on your head? She's like, you know I don't like that. Yeah, well, it's just to protect your whiskers. That's all. So we don't cut any of those off. She's like, fine. Can we get you off the bed? The bed doesn't seem to be helping. It's supposed to help. Yeah, let's try it that way. There. Better. Better. Pink Paw Paw spray is what I use for the final finishing. She's kind of a patchwork quilt right at the moment because she had shaving done in the back, and the owner wanted to put in a longer comb cut style and allow this to grow into this, right? So she's a bit of a patchwork case. I personally would have just put her in a full velvet tiger cut is what I would have done, which would have matched things a little bit better. But yeah, doesn't matter. She could try that for the next grooming if she wanted to see what that's like. She has a reason for her grooming, right? There's a reason. Most cat owners do. When they ask for a service request, there's usually grooming needs, right? To cater to their particular household, right? Yepper. Can anyone guess what her needs might be? See if you're even close to being right. guess my feral community's like, it don't matter what the reason is. You shouldn't have gotten a long hair cat if you're just gonna put it in a haircut. Mm-hmm. Okay. Do you know 75% of pets, when they go to the grooming salon, they're getting a pet trim? They don't want the breed standard for their dog. They want a pet trim, right? Make it short and more manageable. Yeah. 75% of the time. Mm-hmm. Shall we flip you? Shall we flip you? She's like, what does that mean? We're just gonna flip you on your bed. There. There we go. Nope. It's not Matt's. Oh, cool. How you doing, G-girl? Nope. It's not for the looks or for the health. Owner just... I don't know. I know the owner's watching, so if the owner wants to state the reason for her cat's grooming today, she can. Everyone has their own reasons, right? For what service request they ask for. So, or she can choose not to. It's up to her, right? Her cat, her reasons, right? Yeah. 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 Waka waka. Thanks, G-girl. Thank you. So the tail request was a tiger tail, so that's like a long cigar. I start off with a comb, the comb attachment. And then whittle my way down. The other cat client's going to be here any minute, so if that happens, I'm just going to turn the sound off. We'll keep the camera rolling until I finish, but if the drop-off happens before I'm done, I'll turn the sound off for just a second so I can check in the client. Okay. Mm-hmm. 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 There's a lot more steps when you're using the combs, right? Why it's in red letters on our website. You can ask for this service request as long as you have a cat at even temperament that can handle all these steps, or you temporarily pre-treat them with something so that they can handle, right? All of the pre-treatments that we recommend are non-sedative based, right? Wow, we had her right where we needed her. Alright, I guess we're there. Mommy, you can go back anytime. We'll keep the camera rolling. But let's do a close-up, put her back in there, turn the sound off, we'll be right back. And we're back. We're going to call the owner, send her the pickup text. Oh, where are you? Here. Wait a minute. Alright, so I just sent the owner a pickup text. Okay. She's a little purple Elizabeth Taylor eye cat. Sometimes when you get these ragdolls in, their blue is so intense that if the light hits it a certain way, it actually looks purple lavender, right? She has those Elizabeth Taylor eyes. Come on. She's like, now what? She's like, I'm good. I'm just gonna stay right here. No. 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 No, no, no. No, no. She's like, stop manhandling me. I'm a princess. Yeah, well, we needed to get you out of the dryer box. So, does that make me manhandling you? Yeah. But I'm a woman. So what? Doesn't matter. You can still manhandle. Mm. Mm-hmm. 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 Now there's a trick to being able to get that really pretty feline frosting on your cat for this teddy bear cut, and that's to use air. If you fluff the coat out, you can, dog groomers use combing to look for the imperfections, but you can also use air. That Uwal dryer, I'm going to fluff her coat out to show me where all of the imperfections are, right? We called the owner, so she's probably about 15 minutes away. My earpiece has gone MIA, so I have no way of being able to hear what you all are saying. There might be a moderator or two. Yep, I just saw the moderator. 2 skulls. 2 skulls. My earpiece has gone missing 2 skulls, so I have no way. Maybe you could help talk to some of these commenters on here. You've been watching the live for a little bit. You should be able to answer some of those questions, right? The more you watch, the more you learn, right? Yeah. Okay. Waka. She's so cute. She's like, I am? Yepper, you are. Okay. She wants to get back in the dryer box. She's like, I liked it in there. Nobody was bothering me. Yep. We're just whittling. Or as I like to refer to it, feline frosting. Putting the icing on the cake. Little icing on the cake. Hi, hi. How are you? She had parts of her coat shaved off because she was matted. Pelted is probably... Pelting is probably what happened, because you can't exactly save matting or pelting. Pelting has to be shaved off, right? So that's what happened. She came in a couple weeks ago, and we did some kind of a dry, probably after our emergency service to remove some pelting, and then while she Oh, that's right. She probably came out on a Wednesday night to deal with some of her pelting issues while she was waiting for her full grooming appointment, is what I think is happening. Right? Now, if you wanted to lessen the time of this grooming, since comb cuts can have a bunch of extra steps, you're not sure your cat can handle all those steps, yeah, do the velvet or ask for the velvet. No, I don't know if you can ask for the velvet since that's another forbidden grooming tool. Yeah. Most groomers aren't going to pick up a 7F when they're working on a cat. One, they don't know how to groom the cat at low stress levels most of the time because there's no actual training for it that I know of other than my own channel. There might be one or two out there, but it's not part of the mainstream, like it's part of the main way of educating cat groomers. In fact, in reality, that would be the main reason why I took a step back from the NCGI when it dawned on me that I was the only one actually teaching it, and I had a problem with that. If you know it's possible to groom all cats at low stress levels, why are you not teaching that? And that was my main issue. So I took a step back. Looks like mommy's at the door, so we're gonna see you next time. Say goodbye to this purple princess. I don't know if you can catch her eyes or not. I don't think you can, but they're almost purple. All right, thank you so much. We'll be back for more live streaming today. We have, oh gosh, not sure how many we're gonna do, but we have several. We'll be back in a little bit. If you push the notifications, the bell, after you subscribe, which is free, that notification will tell you when I'm going live. If you didn't know how to do that with YouTube, you just push the bell and select all notifications. It'll send you a text to let you know the next time there's a live happening. Bye-bye.